All right, so today I'm going over some of my gear. Someone wanted to know like what's the type of stuff I usually bring on a trip. So today's a little out of the ordinary. Usually doing island fishing or offshore fishing. So going to the island tonight, and yellows are there, like 15 to 25 pound yellows. So looking forward to that. But then all of a sudden these bluefin showed up, and they're like 5 miles off the island. So I kind of got to bring a little bit of everything. So I'll start with the lightest setup. I find, if you don't know, I like Phenix access rods, particularly the access model. I really like the guides on them. They do really well. They hold up to corrosion well. They don't split, they don't separate, they don't rust. It's a big fan of the guides on these. And then also these foregrips, also a big fan of. Not only do they have a good grip, I like the pattern or whatever, I guess, if you don't like just the visual part, but they repel water really well. And it's something about fishing and keeping your hands dry, especially when you're reeling and you're thumbing. You don't have to worry about braid rubbing through your thumb. I hardly ever wear tape, and that's kind of, I think having the proper grip on your rod is part of that, and what keeps me having to wear holes through my thumbs. So first rod, this is a super light setup. This is a Torium 16, and this is set up with 65 pound braid and a 20 pound leader. This is a 9-foot rod, and this is kind of like, you can like second as a bass rod if you want, or if you got some really finicky bluefin, like those 20 pound bluefin, this is a really good rod for that. You can feel the bite even a long ways away. Next one is a HAX 820, 25 to 60. This one is going to be a Jig Stick, and I like this rod. And then if you're throwing heavier iron, this is the one for me. If you're gonna throw like a 6X Junior, I like the MH 820 HAX. That's like a 20 to 40 or a 20 to 50 rod. Those are like my two go-to all the time daily driver rods. That work really good for me. This one is on another Torium 16. Next one, Torium 20. This one's backed with 85 pound, and this has got a heavy 60 pound leader on it. This is kind of like your heavy bait, or if you want to switch out like a heavy Colt Sniper. This is about as big as I go when it comes to weight being single speed. Then next one up, this is a Penn Fathom 40. And I really like these Penn reels when it comes to 2 speeds. I've had other reels, but the action from the 2 speed, you just literally press the button in. This one is like, press the button in and then you just twist it and it pops back out. So it's a pretty easy one to use. It doesn't take a lot of thinking, especially when you're in the heat of the battle. There's a 130 pound setup. And this is gonna be like my vertical jig. So either butterfly, flat fall, or a knife jig, or something like that. And HAX 2X heavy, up to 100 pound. Next one is the big boy. This is a Kite Reel, Penn 50 wide VISX, open top. It's kind of like the style I like. And this is a 4X heavy, and this is a 200 pound hollow, 200 pound leader, and another, again, simple 2-speed. Click in, I'm doing this one hand here, and just tap the button, pops right out. So super easy to use, big handle, big leverage. That's what I like about these also. So that's it, guys. Have a good weekend. Cheers.
If you like what you saw today, you can subscribe to our channel or follow us along on Instagram and Facebook. And always remember, share the stoke.